Kol Israel, the voice of Israel, broadcasting from Jerusalem. In the headlines, an Israeli settler is seriously wounded in a shooting incident near Tulkarm. Prime Minister Sharon rejects requests to allow Yasser Arafat into Bethlehem for Christmas. The cabinet approves the budget cuts by a vote of 22 to 6. Shas and Avital of Amachad vote against the budget cuts. Good evening. It is 7 p.m. in Israel, 17 hours UTC. This is Daniel Gavron with the news. An Israeli has been seriously wounded in a shooting attack southeast of Tulkarm. A general alert continues for the possibility of more terrorist attacks, and Lieutenant General Shaul Mofaz says these could include attacks inside Israel as well as in the territories. Meanwhile, a member of the Popular Front has been arrested in Haifa on suspicion of planning a suicide bombing in that city. More details in this report from Alan Ben-Ami.
The Israeli who shot late this afternoon is a resident of Karnei Shomron. He was alone in his vehicle when he came under attack as he drove on the road between the settlements of Einav and Shavei Shomron, southeast of Tulkarm. According to what the injured man told Israelis who arrived soon after the shooting, 3 Palestinians, later believed to be from the nearby village of Ramin, had fired at his car as it approached. He had fired back and apparently wounded one of his attackers before the gunman loosed off bursts of fire from close range, wounding him badly in the chest. The Israeli was evacuated to Hillel Yafa Hospital in Hadera. Palestinians said later that Jamil Abu Atwan, a 30-year-old member of the Fatah al-Aqsa brigades, had been one of the gang who carried out the attack and that he had died from his wounds in the exchange of fire. Although there have been sporadic shooting and roadside bomb attacks against Israeli soldiers and civilians in the territories since Yasser Arafat called for a ceasefire just over a week ago, this is the first serious Israeli casualty since then. However, the chief of the IDF General Staff, Lieutenant General Shaul Mofaz, says there are still intelligence indications of Palestinian terrorist attacks, including inside Israel as well as in the territories. And this, despite the declarations and public moves of the Palestinian Authority regarding counter-terrorist actions and arrests, and despite the declaration by Hamas of a temporary halt to attacks inside Israel. This afternoon, a Haifa court partially lifted a ban on details of the arrest of a member of the Popular Front in the city. The man